Hello and welcome to News Roundup. My name is Precious Chukudi and I'll read you the headlines for the news at the hour. Day 6 panel quizzes Magu on 700 million naira training fund. COVID-19, federal government unveils a 52-page guidelines for schools reopening. NDDC, Akpabio, Nune in war of dirty words. Alright, I'll go straight to the news at the hour now. And the suspended acting chairman of the Economy and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ibrahim Magu, yesterday appeared before the presidential panel probing him over allegations raised by Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, for the sixth time. Magu, who was arrested last week by operatives of the Department of State Service (DSS) and Force Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department (FCID) last week, was brought before the panel sitting at the old banquet hall of Aso Villa at 9 a.m. Vanguard gathered that at yesterday's sitting, the panel led by former President of the Court of Appeal, Justice Ayo Salami, ordered Magu's offices in Abuja and Lagos locked up. Also, about 18 of his aides were ordered locked out of their offices by the panel. Source told Vanguard that 3 bulletproof exhibit vehicles, special utility vehicles, SUVs, he had been using were recovered from him by the panel. It was also learned that the panel asked him to account for the sum of 700 million naira meant for training of the Commission's operatives. The training, it was gathered, had not been held. Vanguard also gathered that members of the panel stormed the headquarters of the anti-graft agency yesterday, arrested 3 operatives and made away with computers in the offices. The arrested operatives were also said to have been isolated from their suspended boss, Ibrahim Magu. COVID-19, federal government unveils 52-page guidelines for schools reopening. And the federal government has released a 52-page set of guidelines for the reopening of schools in the country as it continues to manage the COVID pandemic. The federal government, while it listed several conditions that must be met, the government, however, did not give a specific date as to when schools would reopen. It also warned that Nigerians against flouting the COVID-19 safety protocols, specifically stating that meetings by government establishments shall continue to be by virtual means where participants are more than 4. In the guidelines obtained by Vanguard, the federal government gave conditions for the reopening of schools. Part of the guidelines states the federal and state governments should be guided by recommendations, advice, or directives from the World Health Organization (WHO), Federal Ministry of Health (FMOH), and Nigerian Center for Disease Control (NCDC) for effective risks avoidance and mitigation of the effect of COVID-19. Also to be considered is the level of community transmission nationwide and the level of compliance with the safety guidelines. A team of readiness and compliance assessors would also be dispatched to schools with a checklist to determine their suitability for reopening. Moving on, NDDC Akpabio Nune in war of dirty words. Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, that's Godswill Akpabio, and former Managing Director MD of Niger Delta Development Commission NDDC, John Nune, were yesterday embroiled in war of words over what transpired between them when Nune was the MD of the commission. Nune yesterday alleged that she slapped Akpabio for sexually harassing her. Speaking yesterday during an interview on Arise TV, Nune said the incident happened at the minister's guest house in Abuja, but the minister, in a swift reaction, described the allegation as a balderdash, saying Nune was aggrieved because of her removal from office for offences ranging from insubordination to her inability to produce her National Youth Service Corps NYSC certificate. Also speaking on the 40 billion naira missing, he said by the commission between January and March this year, as alleged by the Chairman Senate Committee on Niger Delta, Senator Nwabushi. Akpabio said no such money was spent. He said the only answer to this was a forensic audit, which is currently ongoing, stressing that no 40 billion naira is missing in the commission. All right, we're going to move on to we're going to go on a break, and when we come back, we'll discuss on our last news story for the day. All right, welcome back. Still on the news roundup. We're moving on. End games. Banks now to seize defaulters fund in other banks. The Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) has issued the guidelines of the Global Standing Instruction (GSI), which enables banks to seize loan defaulters' money in other banks. The Apex Bank said the GIS guidelines obtained yesterday was to enhance loan recovery in the banking sector. And it sets the GIS shall, as the last resort, be a creditor's bank without recourse to the borrower to recover past due obligations, principal and accrued interest only. Eligible accounts from GSI said includes individual saving accounts, current accounts, domiciliary accounts, investment or deposit accounts in both naira and foreign currencies, as well as electronic wallets. The bank said joint accounts will also be subjected to the GSI. CBN said that all accounts of borrowers must be linked to their bank's verification number (BVN), adding that failure to do so would attract such accounts being watchlisted when discovered. Alright, we're moving straight to stories on Instagram. It's trending at the moment, and we're taking this one from our dearest uncle, Reno Omokri, and he has something to say. And he says that when you read what some women describe as a good man, you realize that they want someone who is wealthy yet spends all his time with them. Listen, if a man is rich and spends all his time with you, rather than at work, he's likely a fraudster. And let's take what people are saying on that one. And this is from Kuleri, who says, whether rich or poor, I would say balance spending time with your girl or wife, because if you don't, even with your money. And this is from Kalikon, says, you don't need to tell them. They know, but they get a coconut head. They know the year word. And this is from Immortal Spice, says, even fraudster know they get time. Have they finished chatting with white women? They don't even have time to take their bath and eat. You won't make them lose clients. It's from Itunu. She says, this isn't true. There are some rich men that aren't fraudsters. If a man loves you, he'll create time for you regardless. And this is from Ayori. Says, women don't deal with this man, Sha. Women don't deal with this man, Sha. And this is from Just Three Man. They say, Uncle Reno, you know they tire. And Mona Chisholm says, there is no legal hardworking man that spends all his time with a woman. That's a fact. Alright, we're moving on to another one. And this is from Bede in Namdi Molu, says, ladies, don't let anyone deceive you. No man can stick to only one woman for more than a year without tasting other women. Really? Alright, let's find out what people are saying on this one. And this is from Andy Blaze, says, no man can stick to one woman for 1 year, yet you become mad when that woman goes to do the same thing. My gender are funny, can't take what they're dishing. This is from Davin, says, you better talk for yourself. I was with one girl without tasting any other for 5 years. Alright, this one is from J. Liga, says, speak for yourself, fella. Not everyone is promiscuous. And Christabel says, guys, speak for yourself. And it's Erica says, that's not my business. As far as you respect and take up your responsibility. This is from Kikiola, says, what if they do exist? Speak for yourself. If a woman can stay 1 year without seeking outside, then I believe we still have men that can do that also. And that's all we can take on trends on Instagram. Remember that you can equally like, share, and subscribe on all our social media platforms showing on your screen. And if you want to find out more about top stories at this moment, you need to go straight to our website www.vanguardngr.com to find out more of our top stories. Till I come your way next time, I remain Precious Chukudi. Thank you for watching.